It was back to action today against Dumbarton and Stirling Albion in the Stirlingshire Cup. How do you feel it went?
No, listen, overall, 2 victories, 4 goals, a lot of minutes into players, and the pleasing thing just now is, we only had 17 players available, 2 goalies, 15 outfield, and then Mikey was away at a wedding for that this afternoon, so we're down to 14. It looks like we've got through the games without any injuries, and that was my biggest concern today, because we have only had 3 training sessions, and some of our lads have played 90, 100 minutes, so when you play that many minutes so early, you're a little bit worried that they might get injured. But touch wood, it looks like, yes, we've got a few aches and pains, but it looks like we've got away without any injuries, which is pleasing.
Of course, it was 2 different games today. We started off with 2-0 against Dumbarton and followed up a couple of hours later against Stirling Albion. How do you feel the break helped the team, or did it not help?
No, listen, if you have a choice, especially when Stirling Albion were better suited. They had a couple of trialists, had some of the younger players, they were able to field 2 different teams. So them playing back to back, they coped with it a little bit easier. Dumbarton had a smaller squad like ourselves. Very difficult for Dumbarton to play the 2 games back to back with such a small squad. With us having a smaller squad than I would have liked at this stage, the break actually helped us that we weren't playing back to back. I think that would have been really tough on the group if we had to play the 2 games in a row. So, as I say, delighted. The trialists have came in, they've fitted in well. Our lads look as though they've looked after themselves over the summer. They looked fit. I thought the first game, as you would imagine, after 3 training sessions, we looked a little bit sluggish in the first half. Second half, I thought we played really well. We should have scored more goals. It was a little bit of the reverse in the second game. I thought we started well, should have been more than 2 goals up. We gave away a sloppy goal, and then we looked a little bit tired, which was understandable towards the end of the second game. But overall, 4 goals, only 1 conceded, good minutes into the players' legs. All in all, I think it's been a good day.
Of course, there's a few players missing from today's actions overall. Curtis Lyle, Nicky Jameson and Blair Alston, I believe.
Yeah, Nicky obviously had his major operation. He's just 1 or 2 weeks behind where we thought he would be. So Nicky will be back when he's back. Curtis unfortunately was missing for a large part of the tail end of last season, and after getting him to see a specialist, he needs an operation on his knee. So that's got to keep Curtis out for probably around 3 months. So obviously we have to try and bring another goalkeeper into the club to challenge Darren. You can't just run with 1 goalkeeper. And Blair is currently on holiday. Blair had a holiday booked, and unfortunately he'll be back. I think he's back the 24th, so I'd imagine Blair will be in training with us on Thursday. So that's the 3 players that are missing. We're still actively, obviously, looking to add to the group, but it's been a wee bit frustrating so far for a variety of different reasons. We've went for certain players, and for different reasons we've not managed to get them over the line. So we'll keep looking. We know the areas that we're still a little bit short in, and we've got Tuesday's game to look forward to against Falkirk as well.
Yeah, of course, that game on Tuesday night. How do you go in for that? Because I don't think you'll have any training sessions before then.
No, so that's we maybe need to meet just a wee bit early and do a little bit more tactical work on the board. First things first, we'll see who reports in tomorrow. I think, as I say, it looks like everybody's going to be okay. So it'll be the same group of players. We may try and add 1 more trialist. There's no real point in adding any more than 1 because you can only use 6. We've already got 5 here just now, so we'll try and maybe get 1 more body in to help the group on Tuesday. And then we'll go and enjoy it. Listen, it is still pre-season. Yes, there's a little bit of rivalry there. I think Falkirk have also got a game on Monday and they've got that game on Tuesday. So whether John splits his squad or whether he goes really strong in one team, I don't know. All I can really focus on is ourselves. And the first thing I need to focus on is just tomorrow, finding out exactly who's available for the game on Tuesday. And then Sunday and Monday I'll have a chat with Brown and we'll decide the best way to go about trying to get a result.
Cheers, Gary.
No problem.